We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Friday, January 22nd. I'm Jeff here with my friends Erica and Stephanie. Looking beautiful. I like the hair.
I
like
love
the
it.
hair.
I said to her, she's rocking a new look today, and I'm here for it.
To bun it.
I haven't really talked. We got in here. I was kind of over on the computer. I didn't get to say hi to you. Chris is back. I didn't get a chance to say hi to Chris.
Our lovely Chris.
Welcome back, buddy. Look at it.
Look at us.
I know. Look at us. We're one big happy family that, just like a family, does not talk when they're together. But the lights go on and the show must go on. All right, guys, let's get to some stories right now. Lori Loughlin's daughter, Olivia Jade, is back on YouTube. Olivia has been off the platform for over a year because of the college admissions scandal, obviously, that sent both of her parents to prison. Olivia started by telling her viewers they should revisit her appearance on Red Table Talk if they have any questions about the scandal, but then interrupted the video with this edit. Check it out.
What I was trying to get across was that I felt like the thing I wanted to do the most was apologize for so long, and I felt like I got to do that at Red Table. And so although I can't change the past, I can change how I act and what I do going forward. I just didn't want anybody to take it the wrong way and seem like I was being like, oh, I went on Red Table and now my name's cleared. Like, no.
And the vlog then continues with Olivia doing mundane stuff around the house, like making coffee, working out, washing her face, etc. Listen, I'm going to stick up for her in this sense because I think that interjection in that video was kind of an over-explanation. She did something wrong. She went on Red Table Talk, tried to own up to it, and we all gave her credit for that, right? I think now she's trying to kind of feed the trolls, so to speak, and over-explain that she's sorry and she didn't mean to do what she's doing. Do you get that, or am I way off?
No, I think there's definitely truth to what you're saying. I took it as, first of all, I got like a little bit I watched all 15 minutes and I had like high anxiety.
Why did
you? Because honestly, when she started, and then it was kind of like, okay, and then she stopped and explained it. But I understand the explanation, because anytime we post something on social media, especially when it's something of consequence and people are expecting you to, meet the moment in a certain way, then I feel that anxiety where I'm like, okay, when I said this, it really wasn't, and then when it was, and I've said this a million times, so you know what I mean with the
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like you could just choose not to do it,
right,
and people will run with things at surface level, or you could choose to stop down and be like, all right, this is what it is. I think ultimately you have to just know that whoever is going to be with you are going to understand your intentions, and then you just move forward.
Yeah.
I think, obviously she's 22 years old. I think she's doing her best. I think she's had a really big awakening, especially with everything that's happened and her parents. And I think Red Table Talk, to be honest, I pray did her a lot of good, because I think hopefully she realized even more. So I think she said she knew about her privilege, but I hope that Jada and her family really made it more clear to her. I just wish that I saw something a little bit more relevant and exciting, or her just being a bit more honest and saying how she's going to move forward, how she feels about her dad being in prison, how she's going to make these changes. I think I'd have preferred to see 1 minute of that than 50 minutes of, here's my dog, I'm making some toast, and going about with a little slither of like an explanation.
Yeah, I hear you. Just how she's feeling type of way.
Yeah. This is hard because it's like, if you do something wrong and you're owning up to it, do you need to own up to it publicly every single time? I think that there's going to be backlash in both directions, because you don't want to seem like you're pandering or just trying to meet the moment because you have to meet the moment. Ultimately, she's trying to get back to a brand that she had before that had a certain demographic. I'm going to be very honest, that demographic wasn't me, and it's probably not most of you watching. And that demographic is looking for some sense of the old Olivia Jade. Now, can she bring what she's learned to that platform and create change in that way organically based on what she's capable of doing? Absolutely. But should we look for something, a totally different person? I don't think that that's realistic. I don't
want it to be a different person, but I just would like to see just a little bit more. Do you know?
Maybe she will. It was her first time back.
Obviously, it's her first time back, but that's why I feel like I wish she'd have just addressed it a little bit more and then completely been like, okay, I'm done. Like I said earlier, if you want to watch Red Table Talk, everything I've got to say is on there, and now I want to continue on whatever.
Yeah, but like Erica said, you pander sometimes to people because you apologize 100 times for something, and then someone comes on and writes, I never heard an apology. All right. I'm sorry again. You know, so I get where she's coming from in that aspect. All right, Jane Krakowski is addressing a bizarre rumor. Check this out about herself. The 30 Rock actress is shooting down a claim that she and the MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell were reportedly involved. All right, that guy right there. You know the MyPillow guy. The Daily Mail reported that Jane and Mike started a relationship last year despite their political differences. Mike has been a supporter of former President Trump, but according to Jane's rep, there is absolutely no truth to this at all, saying, quote, she's more likely to have a relationship with Kermit the Frog. Both Jane and the MyPillow guy say they have never met. So if they've never, listen, just looking onto that, they don't seem like they go together. I don't know why I should say that. Who knows? Maybe they're in love. But where would this rumor come from? I mean,
the devil is a lie, and good for Jane. Good for Jane. Jane was like, I don't know MyPillow. I've never heard of MyPillow. I don't even own a pillow, okay? Stay far, far away from this dude. He is not. I don't blame her. I would throw away all my pillows, too, if that rumor crept up on me. I'm just going to say.
How do you feel about MyPillow guy?
Oh, well.
Do you know MyPillow guy? Do you watch late night infomercials?
No, I don't watch him.
You don't know MyPillow guy?
I know who she is. I don't know who he is.
Really? I wonder who's more recognizable.
Jane.
I don't know.
Jane, the only reason why the MyPillow guy is recognizable is because of his antics on social media and his political backings. That's the only reason why people know who this guy is.
You're right. Now we're getting into politics. I'm just saying sometimes you know a face. There's like a thing called a Q rating, I believe. And Mark Harmon is the #1 most known person in the world, right? Because he's on.
He is?
Exactly. So I
don't know that man.
No. Mark Harmon?
I would not be able to recognize that man on the street.
But that's what I'm saying.
If he was serving me breakfast, I would not know who he was.
Really?
No,
so I would recognize MyPillow guy more than...
No, you would not.
Yes, I would. First of all, anyone that wears a mustache, I'm always like a little bit more aware of.
Why?
I don't know, because I feel like, where are they? Where's that person with the mustache?
Are you... What the hell, Jeff?
What? Is it, I mean, rocking a mustache...
Well, that means you're automatically suspect.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. There's some issues sometimes with the mustache. My husband decided to grow a mustache out at the beginning of quarantine, and it really affected us.
See,
I feel like I'm in some alternate universe right now. I don't really know what's happening.
All right, yeah, I think we got away from that story a little bit. Let's move on because I know Erica's got a lot to say on this one. Clare Crawley's breakup with her ex-fiancé Dale Moss came as a shock to a lot of people. Not Erica, but including Clare, right? Earlier this week, Dale announced on Instagram that he and Clare were calling it quits after getting engaged on The Bachelorette 2 weeks into the show. But in a note posted on Instagram, Clare says she was blindsided by the breakup. She was crushed by the fact that she found out about this so-called mutual breakup at the same time. We all did. Aww. Just go right to Erica. Erica, Clare, you're not buying this, huh?
Clare, stop. Okay, I've been trying to be very, very sensitive because I feel like this is a very public breakup and I don't want to pile on to somebody who was clearly in pain. But girl, you were dating this man's Instagram, okay? When production shut down on Bachelorette because of COVID, then she had the opportunity to know who was coming on the show. This is unprecedented in Bachelor history. I don't know when I joined Bachelor Nation, I think during quarantine, but now I have all the details, okay? So she's on Instagram looking at his highlight reel, and I don't blame him. Like, he's a fine man, okay? He physically, it's got it going on, all right? However, you did not know this man, and he certainly did not know you. And the whole engagement was cringy. He looked like he didn't know what happened when Neil Lane ended up on that set with those engagement rings, talking about pick one because you are engaged to propose to this woman you don't know tonight, okay?
Oh, no.
She chose him on Instagram, and he never chose her. He was playing a game. And I mean, I'm not even going to blame the guy. He's 31 years old or something like that. Like, I mean, he's a good-looking guy who's probably looking to go to paradise. He wanted to be in Bachelor Paradise. He didn't want to be booed up, having children and stuff with a woman who's 39 years old. I know I'm 39 years old. I look for something very different when I'm settling down. Clare, stop it. Stop it.
I'm not talking after that.
I'm just going to pick my mouth back up off the floor. Oh, my gosh. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, hate me, I know, but I'm not a big fan of The Bachelor. Like, I know most of America is so in love with it, and good for you guys, but I just find it ludicrous. She got engaged to someone she doesn't know, like you said, after 2 weeks, and also now she's going to have to give that ring back, because unless you stay with the person for 2 years, it isn't yours. They take it back, so, but that's another sad story, isn't it? But I just think, like, I mean, I feel like that's a bit embarrassing that she's like, I'm completely blindsided. I mean, you knew the dude 2 weeks. You met him on a reality TV show, which you kind of left. And yeah, like you said, he's a lot younger. He's probably in this. Let's be honest. I think if you're one of the guys, you probably don't go in there thinking, I'm going to bag me a wife. They probably think, you know, I'm hoping to get a certain amount of followers. I'm hoping to boost my social media and go on to do something else that I want to do with my career. Not, like Erica said, get settled down with someone a bit older who's wants maybe more.
I think you're right. I think most people go on there. I mean, there are a few that go on there for love, right?
Yeah,
I'm sure. But most people
I do agree with that.
Go on there for fame. Let's be quite honest.
Let's be honest.
Why wouldn't you, if you were Claire and you know you love this guy, why wouldn't you just let it play out, though?
That's what was so frustrating to me as a viewer, because at 39, like, I understand that. Like, when I got divorced and I was thinking, like, oh, I'm on the other side of 30, you know, you start thinking about what's really important, and you identify those qualities in a partner. He hadn't really shown anything that was identifying a partner.
He's hot. I want a bit of that.
Right. It's already an expedited process. So it's like, why try to expedite it more? Really get to see not only their highlight reel, but also their low light reel. You need to know not only the victories, but how they handle defeat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What if he enjoys a mustache and she doesn't? And he's like,
I mean, it's a big deal.
If she would have hung on another week, she would have found that out.
Yeah, it's huge, y'all.
It's real. It's real. Coming up on DBL, Al chats with Sean Robinson, host of 90 Day Fiancé. Al loves that show. She's got a brand new spinoff and serving up even more drama. And the biggest fashion moments of the week don't happen on the red carpet, but at the inauguration. Stephanie's got a roundup and Fashion Fix Friday coming up next.
to DBL. I'm Stephanie Jones with a roundup of this week's top style and beauty news. And today, it's all about the US of A. From pop stars to politicians, we're standing up and saluting these inauguration looks because it's Fashion Fix Friday. Starting off with Lady Gaga, she wore a custom navy jacket and large red skirt to sing the national anthem on Wednesday. But the real show stealer, it was her oversized gold dove brooch, which some clever nutters online said looked a lot like the Hunger Games. Well, Gaga, the odds of me loving this outfit are in your favour. And Jennifer Lopez dressed in head-to-toe Chanel for her performance. Her all-white ensemble featured a long tweed coat, sequined wide leg pants, and a ruffled silk blouse, which is proof that you can never wear too much white. And closing out the night was Katy Perry, also in white. She donned a cashmere coat with a corset and floor-length skirt, both made from silk satin. Ooh la la. And there's no surprise here that these A-listers brought their fashion A-game. But while pop stars opted for all white or subtle hues, politicians embraced bold and colourful. Vice President Kamala Harris showed up to make history in a striking purple coat and matching dress, both created by black designers. And of course, her signature pearls made the cut. But I have to admit, I'm happy that she left the Chuck Taylors in the closet for this moment. And Michelle Obama was a hit with her light plum suit. The fit featured high-waisted wide-leg pants, a cozy turtleneck, and a floor-length coat, all tied together with a statement-making belt. And from one former First Lady to the newest Dr. Jill Biden started the day in a bold blue ensemble. Even the mask matched perfectly. Now that's attention to detail I've got to applaud. And she ended the day in an all-white outfit, wearing a dress coat and matching white gloves. And of course, we can't forget one more legendary look, possibly the most daring, bold fashion choice of them all. And it came from Mr. Bernie Sanders. I mean, I call this look a Cole Vermont's grandfather. The senator became a meme almost instantly because of his cozy jacket and warm mittens, looking more fitting for a grandkid's little league game rather than the presidential inauguration. You just know he's got some of those caramel candy grandparents love to give out in his pocket. Yeah, I want one. That's it for this week's Fashion Fix Friday. Daily Blast Live will be right back after this.
Welcome back to DBL, calling all 90 Day Fiancé fans. Yeah. Wow, that was surprising. The franchise is back with a twist. Al's not even here. Host Sean Robinson is dishing what really happens behind the scenes. It's all part of 90 Day Bears All. Al got a sneak peek earlier. Check it out.
Do you think you've seen it all? You won't believe what's about to happen next.
Oh my God. She's never gonna see this, right?
Get ready to bear it all.
We're joined by Sean Robinson, host of my favorite show, 90 Day Fiancé. You guys know that. Thank you, Sean, for coming on DBL. You're hosting a new behind-the-scenes series called 90 Day Bears All, where you're telling fans everything. Be real. Why did you decide to dish it all?
We can say anything, they can do anything, they can show anything that we could not show you on regular TV. Okay, so let's get with it. Since you, Al, are a big fan of the show, you know Brandon and Julia.
Of course.
They're staying in Brandon's parents' house. They got the rules in the house. And so one day they go out into a car, and I guess they forgot the cameras were on in the car that record them for the show. They went up and got busy in the car, and so Brandon comes on, and I'm like, Brandon, what were you thinking? Okay, they got cameras on you.
I have to ask you about Ed. I'm gonna go off prompter. I'm telling the booth, I'm sorry. With Ed, he appeared to be kind of the sympathetic, loving figure, but then, you know, as we went to vacation, he hit her with the toothpaste. Remember when he said that her breath wasn't great? Do you think that he kind of lost some fan support with that? Because he's not, we've seen some characters that are truly hard to like. Ed is lovable, but then he's made some missteps where it makes you kind of question.
Well, Al, I'm glad you asked, because we ask Big Ed about that when he comes on. So, you got to tune in.
I failed. Again.
I'm going to squeeze this question in because my girlfriend will kill me if I don't get it in. We have Darcy and Stacey spinoff. We have Family Chantel spinoff. If you run the world, what couple gets their next spinoff?
I would say David and Annie.
Yes.
Whatever comes out of Annie's mouth, we can't air on regular TV.
All right, I love it. I know you gotta go. I know you gotta go, but you answered my question. Sean, thank you so much for coming to DBL. Please come back. You guys can catch 90 Day Bears All on Discovery Plus. We'll be right back. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Al.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
At Gilda.
Welcome back to DBL. Before we go, we have some very sad news to share. Major League Baseball legend Hank Aaron has died. He was 86 years old. The Hall of Famer was the longtime home run king. He broke the record in 1974 with 715, surpassing Yankees legend Babe Ruth. He finished his career with 755 and was ultimately passed by Barry Bonds, but many still consider him the home run king. I saw this morning and I was like, what? I had to look twice. I was shocked by this one.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who is making history, period, is important, but the way that he made history in the era that he did, legend.
Legend. That's why when I saw this, I was like, legends don't die, but rest in peace, Hank Aaron. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.